And her name is Amy Webber, and she's in the studio with us. Good evening.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. I'm very excited to get to know you a little more, because as I kind of go through what you do, you're a comedian, an opera singer, you do kind of a pop artist vibe as well. What do you actually class yourself as, or is it all of those things? Creative.
I just say I'm a singer, yeah. But when I'm feeling self-deprecating, I say I'm a jack of all trades and master of none, because it does feel a bit like that sometimes. But yeah, just a singer. A
very, very good singer. I wouldn't say just a singer. You are amazing. I was watching your YouTube videos before, which I said to you. Again, on your YouTube channel, you've got little kind of learn how to sing videos, which I thought were adorable, with your dog Lola.
Yeah. Lola, just what an angel. Yeah, I teach kids songs, so I write little silly songs, and then I started those YouTube videos for when I go into schools, then I can tell the teachers to watch the videos. Yeah, I've just realised now how much is on that YouTube channel.
It's lovely. It's goldmine.
Thanks.
Is it one of those where you're kind of thinking, I forgot that was on there?
Yeah. And it goes from like children's songs, and then this more recent ukulele song I've done, which is mostly about awkward sex. Obviously I can't publish that because I don't want kids to be looking at my YouTube channel and then be
going,
like,
what's
Mummy,
this?
what's up, So
what about this whole thing about you being at the Frog and Bucket, because you got to the final as a stand-up, or was it singing?
So it's doing my comedy songs. It came about because I did an acting course at Manchester Actors Platform in Manchester, and they said, right, you want to showcase your voice, so pick a song, any song, but try and get one that does a bit of jazz, a bit of opera and a bit of pop, but it's got to be less than 2 minutes.
Wow.
And I was like, there aren't any songs that are less than 2 minutes that do that. So I thought, well, I play the ukulele in schools, so I thought, well, I can do 4 chords, sometimes 5. So I thought I'd write my own song. And as I was writing it, I thought, oh, this just sounds like a show off, because I'm showing, I can do opera and I can do jazz. And then I thought, well, I'll just make it this kind of satire about a show off. So that's how the song was formed. And then I performed it and everyone laughed, and then they said you should do a comedy night. So I just did one, and then I won, and then I got to the finals. I didn't win at the final, but it was great to perform. And
it's a great experience. And it's really tough, actually, because kind of classes what's your everyday? What do you do that kind of takes up most of your time? Because I know you've also part of a duo as well with Kays.
Yeah. So that's my pop band. Most of my day is taken up by cooking and eating and thinking about what my next meal's going to be.
I like that.
Trying
totally
to
get on board
every time
with that.
I go in the kitchen, just like a handful of some nuts and then some peanut butter, little swig of oat milk out the fridge, sometimes straight from the bottle, but don't tell my flatmates that.
Well, they know now.
Nice. And she's all set up and ready to go, and you're going to perform for us, Amy. What are you going to perform?
So I'm going to sing a little extract from my 2-minute song, and I should say it is preceded by me saying, this song isn't about love or anything pathetic like that. It's merely a song to show off my voice while looking like a bit of a, and something that rhymes with that. Then I go.
Is very family friendly.
That's very family friendly, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, so this is Amy Webber performing 2-minute song on BBC Radio Manchester.
I can sing slowly and beautifully. Sing low. I can also sing very, very, very quick with good enunciation, and I'll make it really slick. I can sing approximately 20 words a second. A patter song like Jane Essex suits me, don't you reckon? Did you read in my biog? I sing opera, yes I do. Oh, I forgot to mention that I sing jazz. I like to scat, oh yes I do. I like to sing musical theatre, yes I do. And I like to be dramatic when I sing musical theatre for you. Musical theatre.
Wow.
I don't know how it is.
Listen to I was watching your videos, and we've established that I stalked you a little bit online. And one of your videos, Crying Diamonds, you kind of pitch it as a no makeup, no edits. It's a very raw video. And I watched it, listened to the music, and it really did move me. It was such an emotional song, and it was so well, kind of the way that you did it, where it's just your very beautiful face just to the camera, just singing that song, and it's so moving. Actually, was that something that had you written that, or did you co-write that with Kays?
Yeah, so I co-wrote that with Graham McCusker, who's the other half of Kays, and a lot of the Kays music is with full bands. It's got a rocky sound. It's kind of prog rock, alternative rock. And I write all the lyrics, so they're about my feelings. Lots of them are quite angry. And so
don't strike me as an angry person.
Don't get me. Big thing. Yes, climate change, politics.
Oh, okay.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah. And maybe the odd ex-boyfriend as well. But so I was writing a lot of angry songs, or really songs with strong messages. And me being a strong, woman, and I thought maybe it's time I write a really vulnerable one, because actually vulnerability is strength as well, and it's taken me a long time to realise that in myself and see it in others. So on Christmas Eve, it was last Christmas Eve, I had a chat with my mum and my sister and said, I'm feeling a bit down about this. There's so much pressure on Christmas to be like a really happy time. Yeah. And so I've said I felt a bit down, and then they gave me loads of sort of great ideas of what I could do to make myself feel better. And I thought, that's good advice, but that sounds like a lot of effort. I just wanted them to say, God, that does sound a bit rubbish. Anyway, then I had a big cry, took a picture, and it looked like of myself to send to a friend. This is such a long story, sorry.
No, don't be silly.
And then I had
little
tears coming down my cheeks, and my friend replied and said, it looks like you're crying diamonds. And I was like, there's something in this, because diamonds are precious and tears can be precious. So I wrote this song, and I said to Graham, here are the lyrics. They're about me being pretty sad, and when you wake up and everything just seems grey and you don't really want to get out of bed. And so then he wrote that music and said, this is just for voice and piano. Let's not get the band in this. Let's make it really acoustic. And it starts really low in my voice, which feels quite vulnerable. And then the chorus is like quite a high belt, which also feels vulnerable vocally, like, I might not get the notes. And it's just on the edge of kind of crying. when you're going to cry, or you might shout,
but you just hold,
or you might sing. It's all in that same vocal place, and it's kind of tense but dramatic. And so Crying Diamonds was born, and I wanted to film it with no makeup and just one take vocally as well. So if I went wrong, and I do, some of the notes are a bit, flat. It doesn't matter. It's just about
genuinely
sort of expressing.
Cannot tell at all.
Find Kays, my pop band. That's on YouTube. Kays Music. On Spotify, there's quite a lot of other bands called Kays, which is a shame, but it's too late now. We chose.
Why did you choose Kays?
Well, so a little bit of my childhood was spent in Japan because my parents were teachers, and in Japanese, kaze, or spelt K's, kaze means wind, and it means wind as in the wind outside. I'm very immature and find toilet humour extremely funny. I'm about to turn 30 and I literally still find poo funny. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't know. Anyway, kaze is wind, and the Japanese do not use the word to mean can I say fart, or is that a bit rude?
I've said it now, but it's fine.
I don't think.
It's all good.
I don't think the BBC are going to put.
No, I don't think Ofcom is going to be.
We're okay for that.
Anyway, so Graham, the co-writer for Kays, has a lot of wind, and so we called it Kays after that. That's the story.
Wow.
Well, I'm never going to look at the name in the same way again. It's always going to be, it's the special kind of wind.
I can't wait for someone to ask you, like, what's the spiritual meaning behind your name?
And I'll say, well, it's to mean like I'm a power of nature, like strong wind, and only those who know will know.